What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your buddy, your pal, London Hawthorne. I just got back from the movie theater. I saw Terminator Genisys, aka T5. So this is an action-packed film, the latest in the Terminator franchise. This changes the game. I heard a lot of mixed reviews on this. I like mixed and negative reviews, I should say. It's kind of good going in with negative expectations because, if you go in thinking it might be negative, then maybe it might be a little better than you think. I try to be a positive guy, so I'm just like, I got my popcorn. They didn't have my hot dogs, but they had nachos, so I'm like, alright, so I'm going to go in, have some nachos, have some popcorn, and see Arnold Schwarzenegger kick some butt. And you know what? He did. He kicked a lot of butt. I would say this is actually the most Arnold we've gotten on screen since T2 in the Terminator series. He's in Rise of the Machines quite a bit, he's only CG in Salvation. This one we see him, he actually has the humor that we know and love, and the second one with a little bit more, the smile thing. The trailer gives away a lot of pertinent information. I purposely, I watched the teaser when it came out, seemingly a year ago, and I kind of glanced a little bit at the theatrical trailer, because, man, a lot of people were complaining to me about how it got spoiled, so I purposely didn't want to get some key elements spoiled. Why do you give away so much in the trailer? So the bullet points are, Jason Clarke is John Connor. Emilia Clarke portrays Sarah Connor, and Chai something is the new Kyle Reese. So it's kind of an alternate timeline kind of thing where they're trying to go back to different time frames. It starts off like 2029 Los Angeles. They decide they're going to go back to 1984. What do they do? Can they stop Skynet from happening? There's this huge thing happening. It's basically taking the concept of connecting how we're obsessed with the internet with Rise of the Machines, and it kind of takes it to a whole new level in this film. And can we stop it? Can we stop our addiction to the internet, to social media? Genisys is like the Genesis for Skynet, vice versa. And so can we stop it? I'm trying not to spoil too much of the movie. Basically, bullet points are there cool action sequences? Yes. Does it kind of have, an engaging story? Definitely. Was I disgusted with the film? Absolutely not. Did I have a good time? Yes. Yes, I did. I ate my popcorn. I nommed hard. It was fun. I will say, though, at the beginning of the film, I was like, this kind of feels like Sci-Fi Channel quality movie. No offense if you like those movies. No offense at all. But, it picked up a little bit. The CG's pretty cool. We don't really get to know the villains, the subsidiary villains as much. Like, there's a new version of the T-1000 who you see in the trailer a lot. He's an Asian character, an Asian portrayal. It would be cool to see more of him. But I like how they had the nod of 1984. They had some cool things. They had some characters. They had the scene shot from different angles. It's pretty neat how they do it. The punk guys are back, overall, it's a fine movie. A lot of people hate, they'll be like, oh, this is the worst one yet. They do some liberties with it. I will say it's kind of odd having John Clarke, who is an Australian, portray John Connor, considering, you detect his English or his Australian accent throughout the film. I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm just saying he does not look like Nick Stahl. He does not look like Edward Furlong. He does not sound like them at all. Michael Biehn is Kyle Reese. That's been established since 1984 for what, 23 years? 22 years? 21 years. And, Chai Courtney is his name. You know, he doesn't really... He kind of looks like him. He looks more like him than Jason Clarke does John Connor. You know, he does a fine job. He gets a lot of flack. I thought he was fine. You know, he's just kind of a generic guy. You know, more so generic. I don't know. People hate the guy from Salvation. He was fine too. Whatever. Emilia Clarke. Now, she's English, and she did a phenomenal job. She looks like a younger Linda Hamilton, a little more feminine than, you know, Linda Hamilton, I would say. She's nothing against Linda Hamilton. I'm kind of, yeah. She's perfectly fine. Was this movie bad? No, not at all. Was it great? No. Was it better than I expected? Absolutely better than I expected. Would I have loved an R-rated version? Yes. R-rated. You know, they blurred out the butts. Like, why blur out the butts? We know what butts look like. They're butts. But when they're like, when you time travel, you're naked. We get it. We get it. Why do you have to blur out butts? And, you know, there's some leeways with the cuss words. You could tell they were going to cuss here and there. Just do it. Just make an R-rated Terminator. We all want it. We all want another R-rated Terminator. We want more action. We want more cybernetics. We want more blood and gore. We're action movie aficionados. We can handle it, Hollywood. We can handle it. Arnold, he's still kicking.